Okay, cool. How you doing, Khari?
Good, sir.
Good to see you again, man.
See you too, man.
Best of luck to you
Thank
on the
you.
way. Look here, Khari, we recently read a disturbing article on USA Today. It said Jackson, Michigan, I believe, was the 13th worst city in America for black people to live in. I think it was referring to the disparity between black and white. You know, Jackson is in the state of Michigan has the lowest poverty rate in the whole state. Not Saginaw, not Flint, right? What does that mean to you, Khari, coming from Jackson, when you've seen an article like that?
I would first ask who wrote it, have they ever been to Jackson? Because I think, I think any city you live in, there's gonna be, there are gonna be problems, there are gonna be difficulties. I think there are gonna be, racial disparity, that's something that's present across America, so I think any city will have those. But I think that there's a lot of things about Jackson that don't get talked about, don't get published. I think there's a lot of good things going on, a lot of homegrown Jackson businesses, a lot of leaders and people that come out of Jackson. Obviously, when somebody's walking into the Hall of Fame from Jackson, Tony Dungy. So I think there's a lot of good things that go on with Jackson. So when I hear something like that, I know I'm not ignorant to the hardships that we face as a city,
Right.
Day in and day out. But at the same time, I'm not gonna say that it's the 13th worst in the world. You look at some of these other cities and some of their struggles.
Okay, along those same lines, Khari, and this is kind of, this question is youth focused. As a young man coming from Jackson, what does it mean to you when you look back at where you grew up, you look back at King Center, you look back at the neighborhoods in Jackson, and now you're on the national stage? What does it mean to you, and what message do you have for young kids today, man, that are trying to find their way?
I think to answer the first part of your question, I think to me it's a tremendous, it's a blessing, because if you was a numbers guy and you played the numbers game, then I shouldn't be here, I shouldn't be, doing the things that I'm doing. But I think, my community, I think my dad, everybody that, contributed to me being able to be successful in whatever field that I chose. And I feel like, honestly, if I would have chose a different path, I feel like, Jackson had the resources for me in a different path to succeed as well. So I would tell young kids that you can, you can make your dreams come true. You can, put all your work into something. You can, quote unquote, put most of your eggs in one basket. And as long as you're focused and you're diligent and you're consistent, then the things that you want to happen for you in your life could definitely happen. Especially even if you're coming from somewhere like Jackson, the 13th worst place in the world.
Wonderful. So Khari Willis is a direct rebuttal to that article that says Jackson is the 13th worst city in the United States to live in. We got Khari Willis to prove that Khari Willis, among others,
Yeah, I disagree.
and we can mention a lot of other names too, can't we, Khari?
Definitely.
That say that Jackson is a beautiful place,
Yeah.
great school system, great families, great people, great city to live in. We got some improvement to do, right?
Definitely.
But we're on the right track. What do you say?
And I plan to be a part of that solution of improvement, not just an analyst. I feel like I'm gonna try to use this platform, not just for me, but for other kids, in Jackson,
Right.
to beat that number.
Now, some football minds, inquiring minds want to know, what does Khari Willis do on his day off? When he's not playing football and he's around the house, what do you do?
I think there's a few different levels to a day off. In the season, in this business, there's no days off. So if I'm during season, I'm taking care of my body. Like for example, today was my day off, but I came in at like 9 o'clock and I didn't leave till like 1:30. So I think just taking care of my body, watching film, analyzing, just trying to find ways to get better. I think, but on an off-season day off, you might can catch me playing basketball, you can catch me in church, catch me hanging out with my brothers, playing video games, just doing regular things.
When you say taking care of your body, you mean lifting and studying?
Yeah, lifting, getting treatment. Something could be sore, so just getting treatment, getting stretched out, just stuff like that, trying to take care of my body as best as possible.
Okay, and then also, it was ask Khari, how does he recuperate after 60 minutes on Sunday, after the game, and them hits, and how do you recuperate?
I go home. I think I just go home. I think that's the first thing I do. I go home. I might get something to eat, but I just want to get off my feet, just relax. I think kind of come bring you back down, kind of keep you calm headed. I usually have some family around me.
Are you sore?
After the games? Like, you definitely sore.
Okay,
I'm sore now.
Do you ice yourself down, or do you believe in that? Or?
Yeah, definitely. I believe in getting an ice bath.
Okay.
Ice bath, massage, hot tub, stuff like that. Anything that can help.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, well, you guys heard it. Khari Willis, safety for the Indianapolis Colts. Jackson, Michigan product. We're proud of him. Thank you so much for taking time.
Appreciate you.
All right.